Leaving Ghana was considered a break, and so I always kept in the back of my mind, I'm coming back to Ghana. Also, there's a lot of opportunity in Ghana, and Ghana is and remains the place where I feel at home. We like to think that we do all things design and build. However, at this point in time, we specialize in corporate multinational office complexes, and we also specialize in private residential homes.
So two things make Space stand out. The first is our creative solutions that we provide for our clients. And then the second one is our agile approach to how we tackle our projects.
Design inspiration, for me, it's from everywhere. Nature, everything around us, things that have already been done, things people are doing.
Hi, my name is Charles Kwete. I am the CEO and founder of Space Turnkey Solutions, also known as Space Accra. My African dream is basically to continue doing what I'm doing, and that's to create exceptional spaces that transform lifestyles. So a little bit about my childhood. I was born here in Ghana. I was born at the military hospital in Accra, after which I moved to Kumasi, where I spent most of my youth. What has influenced me to become who I am was construction was always very close to me because my father was a construction manager. So every Sunday I would go to his office, I would visit construction sites. So I grew up knowing construction, and so I think that's where I knew, or that's when I knew what I wanted to be. Some of the things that I experienced growing up, I moved from Ghana to the Netherlands at a very young age, where I studied up until my 23rd. Changing environments was always a struggle, but it did bring forth a lot of new experiences and new ideas, which also have formed me today. Okay, so growing up, the first thing I wanted to be was a pilot. I'm not gonna lie, that was my favorite profession. But at the same time, I was always being influenced by my parents, my father, who was into construction. So I knew at a pretty young age that I wanted to build, and that I saw myself doing either construction, design. Apart from that, I also have a deep passion for creativity. So anything creative was something that I was very attracted to. So combining construction and design and the creativity and just mashing it up and putting it all together, that's where I'm at now, and that's exactly what I do. So a little bit about my parents and their background. My mom is half Dutch, half Ghanaian. My dad is Lebanese, and growing up, I always had the opportunity to explore what it is that I liked. So when I was young, I was doing several kinds of sports, and I was being exposed to different kinds of environments. And I think I really have my mom to thank for that, because she wanted me to, first of all, see the world and be the best version of me that I can be. So growing up in Kumasi was amazing, but moving to the Netherlands to further my studies and study construction and learn a little bit about life and the experiences on the other side of the world, they've really shaped me. Up until today, I still hold my father in very high regards. I would still consider him one of the best construction managers in Ghana. So he inspires me on a day-to-day basis. And so the reason behind returning back to Ghana was that as a family, we always planned on going to Holland, getting educated, getting our degrees, and then moving back to Ghana so that we could continue our lives here. Leaving Ghana was considered a break, and so I always kept in the back of my mind, I'm coming back to Ghana. Also, there's a lot of opportunity in Ghana, and Ghana is and remains the place where I feel at home. So a little bit about Space in a nutshell. Space is a design and build firm, and the name Space was created, or how did I come up with it? I like to consider myself as a very simple person, so I wanted to come up with something that was simple and that explained everything that I did in a word. And so I came to Space. What I mean by space is simply that what we do is we focus on your space, right? And you would see that the logo is black and white, and the branding is very, very simple, because the idea or what we decided to do is not to put too much attention on the company and us, so that we function as a blank canvas. And all the color and all the creativity and all the design, everything is going to be implemented into the client's project, and that will be part of our identity. So my vision for Space, I would say, is a big one. I think that we have the potential, but also the expertise to become one of the biggest firms in Ghana. I think that the way we approach what we do is the right and the correct way, even though I say it myself. I hope to develop more properties in Ghana. I hope to renovate more properties, and I hope that in the years to come, we could play a massive role on the urban landscape of Ghana, and how, you know, how the places we live in look, feel, and treat us health-wise, for example. We consider ourselves to do all things design. So in the past 6 years, we've done stage design for the French president, the Dutch prime minister. We've set up tech events. We've done restaurants, hotels, offices, bedrooms, you name it, from product design. So I would say that there's not necessarily one thing that I would want to highlight, but I do think that the versatility of my team and the people that work here is the most fascinating part of the company. And if I would highlight one of our projects, this is one of the projects that we're working on in Akosombo, which is a private home, and the architect will explain to you as well, you know, but that's one thing that we're very, very proud of.
Hello, my name is Authoritative, and I'm the lead architect at Face2Face Solutions. How I connected with Charles? Well, I'd say it was an act of fate, because some time back, I saw a project of Space on Instagram, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I'd like to work with these people sometime. And a friend recommended me. Well, I didn't take it seriously. Another person recommended me. I was like, why are these people chasing me? And I was like, oh, cool. Then I applied. I came for an interview, and that's it. Our design process at Space, we usually have 5 steps. We try to break it down. We involve the clients in the first 3, which is the inception, where we first meet the client. We get their brief, see what they want, what concept they have. Then we have the feasibility, where we assess what they want with the space they have. Is it feasible? Is it budget friendly? Do the timelines tally? Then, once all that is in check, then we have the sketch design, where we come up with the concepts. We provide the mood board and the designs we want to create. All this with the client's cooperation. We send it for their feedback as well. Once that is done and the client likes what they see, then we move to the production drawing. Now that's the technical part, where we have all details, how we'll build it, how we will get them what they want. Then we construct. Design inspiration, for me, it's from everywhere. Nature, everything around us, things that have already been done, things people are doing. For me especially, I like to go to the stuff that's been done in the past, because we get a lot of things from there that people don't really pay attention to, the patterns in nature. All these things come to play.
Hi, my name is Kwame Chumampopo, the General Manager for Face2Face Solutions. My Africa dream is to create spaces that transform lifestyle. I met Charles in 2019 when he placed an ad for a general manager. I made an application, and the rest is history. So 2 things make Space stand out. The first is our creative solutions that we provide for our clients. And then the second one is our agile approach to how we tackle our projects. Design and build is a new emerging trend here in Ghana. Previously, we had only either a design firm and an architectural firm, and then they later come together to do the work. So I would say it's great Space being part of this industry, and we hope to grow within it. At times, for the older generations, when we do our first meeting, they are a bit surprised to see younger guys because they were expectant. But when we start to have the conversation and discussions with them, they start to understand and know that the team is actually on top of their game. The most challenging aspect of my job, I would say, is not necessarily challenging, because I see challenges as a step of growth. So once you take the right initiative, you're able to go across whatever seemed to be a challenge. So we are design and build. One of the challenges we face is once the client approaches, they're still not used to having one individual handling their project for them. So they like to source for other builds, and this sometimes makes them hesitant to pay for design fees. Basically, our model is B2B and B2C. For B2B, we like to tackle the corporate multinationals because they understand the designs that we do for them, incorporating their values and brand, and also any individual who appreciates design. We've not only worked in Ghana, we have worked in Togo, we've also worked in Kenya, and we've also worked in Sicily.
Hi, my name is Charles Korte, and I'm the founder and CEO of Space Accra, and you're watching Face2Face Africa, the premier global Black voice.